Okay, guys, I've had a lot of people, strangers and friends, reaching out to me about postpartum. I've reached out trying to learn myself, like doing my own self-study, talking with people who have studied holistic natural stuff longer. Okay, so I want to share the research that I've done and everything. I'm very passionate about choosing a holistic, herbal approach, naturopathic approach first. There's a time and a place for medicine. And hear me when I say this is not medical advice. This is my opinion. This is what has worked for me and how I've helped others. So the biggest thing for me postpartum at first was Nora tea. I got it from my local herb store. They mixed it together. I still drink it. It helps around my PMS. It's supposed to later help with menopause. It helps me when I'm feeling a little ragey. Okay. The next thing that I've recently started doing is using Temp Drop, learning about my body, learning about my hormones, learning about how God designed it to function and process. Whether you want to have another baby or you don't want to have one right now and you want to take the time to heal after a birth, then that's what I'm doing. I don't want one right now. I'm taking time to heal and learn about my body and let it balance. We all know, we've all seen the posts. More and more people in this generation are talking about postpartum, but it's not just depression. No one talks enough about rage. The rage. I am someone who has been so calm, like most of her life. I mean, I get energetic around people that I love and talk, and all that, but I never experienced rage. I get angry. I'm a normal person, but this is a whole other level, and I am having to learn to navigate it. And you can't do that on your own. You need herbs. You need patience and grace. You need to, it also feeds your spirit. You need to dive into God. You need to dive into learning how he designed women to be so incredibly amazing, and educate your husband on this too. Okay. Growing a baby, having a baby, and everything after that is huge. So many people, family included, go, look at the baby. And so few look at the mom and go, look at what you did. How are you? Okay. I think our generation, and at least my parents and my in-laws, were she's also beautiful, but how are you? Right? We also don't give moms time to heal. Our culture is so fast. Women, we have gone so far the other way into extreme feminism that so far from one oppressive traditionalism to extreme feminism, there needs to be a balance. Women need time to heal. Whether they want to go back into the workforce or not is their choice. My opinion, no. That's how I'm choosing. I'm not going to destroy, though, another woman who chooses to do that, but she deserves the time. 6 weeks. There's some, I guess, that allow you to take 3 months. I have rarely heard 6. And again, if you're someone that's like, oh, I got 6, I got to, but it should be in my opinion, the first 2 to 4 years of a child's life. That's when all the development and connections are happening. And then the mom goes back, yeah, but maybe they missed out this 2 to 4 years and whatever. Let's not rabbit hole. I won't rabbit hole. I will stop there. I will stay focused. My point is women need time to balance and to heal. There are good herbs, there's convenient herbs, and then there's just they're hiding fillers and trash. The good herbs, they're gonna cost the money. They don't have to cost an arm and a leg, but they're gonna cost some money. The big ones for me, I talked about Nora tea. The next one is passion flower. You could get a tea. You can take a capsule. That's really good for postpartum rage. Another one that has helped me is turmeric. Turmeric with black pepper and ginger, capsule form. I use the Pureco companies. It helps as well. Also just overall body. Another thing, and I don't want to sound like I'm hopping on the bandwagon here because they've become a huge hit and everything like that. Primal Queen. Primal Queen. I have seen it help. There are articles, and again, they have all of this listed, what it helps with, why, and all the jazz. And you can reach out and talk to people, and you can read other women's posts or other information. They're very open about it. And the things that I read, that it helps women with postpartum because nutrient deficiencies. We are moms that sometimes sit here and go, I'm going to eat lunch, and my lunch is my kid's leftover lunch. How is that? How is that rebuilding? There's a time and a place for moms where selfless, where we're not taking care of ourselves. It's not selfless anymore, it's self-destruction. So it's finding the balance between selfless and self-destruction, and selfishness and selfless. It's right, you're tethering a rope here of balancing those three things. Well, I feel like I'm being selfish. No, I'm sorry. You need your own lunch. Your kids can wait. For you to be done eating, if they're already done eating and they're running around like crazy, let the crazy happen, you eat. Okay, so Primal Queen. And this is another one for people wanting to get off the research that I have done, and this is my opinion, not medical advice. Hear me when I say that. Ashwagandha, people wanting to get off of antidepressants and things like that. Ashwagandha. And another one is Shivarti, another good one. But Shivarti also helps with libido. So, and also breast milk production. It kind of does a little bit of both, like during pregnancy, at postpartum, to help with milk production come in, and, you know, some other things later down the line. So read up on it. And I say all of these things that I am suggesting and giving my opinion on, the ones that have helped me or whatever, do your own research. Okay, so ashwagandha, the one I would recommend is Ashwagandha Supreme. It's from Supreme Nutrition, because I'm a big fan of Dr.Noah and his dad and the information there. Find him on Instagram. Another person you could follow, she's amazing at ancestral food and nutrition and dietary and helping mamas, whether pregnant or postpartum, or you're done having kids and you're just in the mom life of raising kids. Nutrition for them. Follow her. Her name is Zoe Lamb. Instagram. I think it's like the Nourished Mom or Naturally Nourished. Type in Zoe Lamb and you will find her. She lives, you know, and posts and all of that. She's an incredible resource for pages. So, and she's a good friend of mine. Those are things that I would suggest. Off the top of my head, things that have helped me. I've seen a difference in my Primal Queen journey. I've been on this for a week and a half now, and I've already noticed a difference. When I first started, the first 3 days, I was only taking it once a day to adjust, because I'm a big believer too. And when you start taking an herb, to listen to your body. You can start slow, or you can start with a daily recommended, or if you see a naturalistic, holistic doctor and they give you, follow what they say, you know. But if you're like new to this, start with the recommendation. Or if you've never taken herbs before in your life, start with the 1 a day. Or if it says 2-3 times a day, do 1 3 times a day. You know, or whatever. Listen to your body. Again, I'm not giving medical advice. I started with 1 a day for Primal Queen, and now I'm doing my 2 every day, lunch and dinner. And I'm seeing a difference. And I see a difference when I drink my Nora tea. I even make it for my kids. The nutrients in nettle and the nutrients in Oatstraw. Oatstraw helps with nervous system. Nettle, stinging nettle, circulation, immune system, efficiency. I'd have to go dive deeper into my book here to let you know. So just a minute. Okay, let's do this, peeps. Ashwagandha in my book here. So adrenal fatigue. Combats stress, fight or flight, anxiety and depression, reduces cortisol levels, balances blood glucose levels. Research shows that ashwagandha has anti-tumor effects, memory and brain cell degeneration, stamina, endurance, and muscle performance, anti-inflammatory for joint pain and arthritis. It can help with sexual function and fertility and immune function. So, and this is, let me show you the book I'm getting this out of. This is the book I'm getting it out of that I read. There's a few other ones that I like, an apothecary one that I'm getting, and a biblical one that I'm going to be getting. But that's where I'm getting it. I'm just reading bullet points here. Okay, so stinging nettle, again, from my book that I showed you. Allergies, including hay fever, arthritis, gout pain and inflammation, eczema and skin inflammations. It can help with burns, insects, bites, and wounds. Menstrual problems, sprains, cramps, tendonitis, sciatica. Stimulates blood flow. It helps with anemia, cardiac insufficiency, swellings, enlarged spleen or whole body. Tonics you can do for this. There's tinctures, infusions. I have the tea. Another good one for anxiety, tension, and depression and insomnia is skull cap. Forgot about that one. That one's right here paired next to it. And then, yeah. If you get the Nora, then you have the raspberry leaf and the alfalfa, or you can just get Nor and it drops the alfalfa if you have an allergy to that. Because you got to make sure you don't have allergies to these things. And then I will pull up the Oatstraw, and I'll list it in the description below, all the Oatstraw stuff, because I have to log onto my phone and look at my PDF on there. It's not in this book. So, but that's the biggest thing. If you want to rebalance yourself and you're sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, this is a lot. Like, I have to do all of this, or I could just take one pill. Your choice. You're right. You could just possibly take one pill, a pharmaceutical drug, and call it good. And that's totally fine. It's your choice. I don't want all those side effects. There's no side effects listed in the ones that I read. Some herbs can have side effects to things, but they're not like the ones from our pharmaceutical drugs, if I'm being completely honest. It's your choice though. You choose whatever works for you. No judgment. You have to do what's right for you. I'm sitting here trying to give the information, and I'm sitting here saying, no, this is what I want instead. So I drink a cup of tea. I take Primal Queen twice a day. I take one turmeric capsule once a day. I'm not taking ashwagandha or shravati. I don't need those anymore because the tea suffices and the Primal Queen has helped me. But fresh off postpartum, severe, even the first 6 months out, yeah. I didn't know about Primal Queen, ashwagandha, man. And I have a friend that's getting off of her antidepressant and is going to start taking ashwagandha and drinking these teas, even passion flower, because she loves tea. So she's like, I'll drink tea. I'll drink 2 cups a day if I have to. What do I need to do? She loves tea. So it might be a little bit more work in reprogramming, but to me, it's worth it. I like the saying right here, the healing power of plant medicine. All right, I'm signing off. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps someone, like it's helped some of the people that I've asked, strangers and friends and family that have reached out to me. So there's your lesson on the healing powers of plant medicine.